Hello everybody, welcome. So, by popular demand, I am covering the Ice Shard again, and this is the crit version. So let me go on into the gear and what I was using. So I did find a little bit of an upgrade for my Ice Staff. So you want cold percent, spell percent, crit chance in this particular build because we are crit based. So the higher the crit chance, the better. For the weapon attack damage, you want that to be cast speed. The more cast speed, the better. And then the implicit, you also want that to be cast speed. Or if you can get one with element penetration, or I think penetration. I think either one. The one that's minuses their element or penetration is good. But for armor, you want vigor. Try and get health, or I'm not sure if you can get glancing on hit, and you want resistances. So those are what you want to look for. For shoulders, you can go with intelligence or might. You definitely want crit chance for this particular build, and try and get it on this base so you can get a little bit more resistances. For your headpiece, you want cast speed, so always prioritize cast speed over everything else. Then bonus will be the energy. You're going to want energy on there. And try and get this particular base on something that gives you ornate armor. You don't really need the energy barrier because we're not building around energy. But I got the two things I wanted, which is the energy and cast speed, so I settled with this. And for boots, you just want movement speed and resistances. Glancing hits is good too. For gloves, you want cold damage, glancing. I think oh no, I don't know if I can get cast speed on here or not. I can't remember. But might also helps me in this case because might and intelligence goes into cold. And then for rings, I'm still using the same rings I've had since like I started playing. I haven't found anything better than this. I wish I can get more crit chance, but this is what I got. It's pretty much perfect. I wish the pierce damage was energy. That'd be great. And here's my other rings. They're pretty similar to this one. But yeah, try and get one that has like energy on it instead of pierce. And then for our necklace, you want energy and attributes, and then some resistances. I've been trying to get a better one, but I can't seem to get one with another resistances on it. I want to get at least energy regen or something on there, but I settled with this. Alright, so these are my potions that I was using. And here's this one, a little bit of energy regen. So let's get on into the stats here. So here are my attributes. I went pretty much 50-50 in might and knowledge because it dips down in the cold. And the reason why I went 50-50 is so I can wear various types of armor. And then in the last few levels I did put some into vigor because the enemies were kind of chunking me a little bit. Because my gear's not exactly up to date, so vigor was kind of saving me a little bit. Alright, so let's go into masteries. So core. For our dodge, we get celerity for cast speed and movement speed, and we get damage and crit chance when we dodge. And I use my barrier to generate my one rage. I switch to my fell blade, so my minimum rage is always 4. And then I just have this for a little bit of protection. And let's go into Storm, because that's where our main ability is, which is Ice Shards. So I want 1 Torment, 1 Projectile, 1 Chaos, 1 Homing, and 2 Infusing. So we're kind of scaling off of energy reserved. It's not as good as it used to be. You definitely want Homing. You're gonna need Torrent because it's required to get Chaos, and you want Chaos so you get more projectiles. And then we get a little bit of penetration here. So, pretty awesome. Let's go into our aura. You want Storm Enhancement for the cold increase. conserve a little bit, because it's not, Ice Shards is not like it used to be. It doesn't cost 8 energy anymore, it costs 31 energy. So we need a little bit of mana pool now, so we conserve a little bit. And then I went a little bit of resistances. I always swap resistances depending on my gear, so I go cold or lightning depending. And Cyclone, I don't really use it too much. This is usually out in the open world. I use it to like kind of slow down the enemies and ramp up a little bit more damage with escalation. Blizzard's kind of alright too. And then I use Tempest almost all the time, every time I can. I love it. I got a little bit in duration on it, and I went all the way in enhance critical hits so we can get a lot more crit chance and multiplier. Multiplier is really nice. Burst of speed, I like to run around a lot, and all in all, it's a really great spell to have. I went to Frostbite a little bit so I can kind of slow down some enemies. Doesn't work all the time because my ailment chance is kind of low. And then we went for the passives. We got Raging Mind, cast speed, crit chance, arcane. We get energy, and every time we reserve, we get energy regen. So the more you reserve, the more regen you get. Then we got Storm Guidance. We went into homing. Then Storm Attunement for cold damage. And yeah, that's it for that. And let's go into the Rogue. And this is where we get most of our crit chance. So for our aura preparation, enhanced crit for crit chance and multiplier. Shadow Daggers for extra poison damage. Since we have so many projectiles, all those projectiles are adding up every time they hit. 70% chance, but still 146 poison damage. Kind of adds up. And you start stacking poison. It's pretty cool. Mark of Death. We need this for bosses. I got 3 on the weekend, just so the bosses don't hit me as hard. And yeah, that's it for that. And our passives: win accuracy, crit chance, crit damage. Deft Hands for cast speed and crit chance and damage, because it's a regular enhanced damage, so it helps us. And Shadow Arts, spell damage, so cast speed, crit chance. And then this is for our mark. We get more crit chance, and we minus the resistances when we mark an enemy. And then for the new passive, I went to Surgical Precision because it gives us a lot more multiplier and crit chance. So of course I went crit chance and the multiplier. So pretty nice. You definitely want crit chance on all your gear and stuff. So normally, it's crit chance has been a little bit weird ever since they released this breach update. To 100% crit now, you only need 26% crit chance. So when I dodge, I'm always critting because I'm at 28. Every time I dodge, I crit all the time. And when I put on my aura, I got 33, so I'm always critting all the time. Plus when I dodge, I get 36% total. Now in order to super crit, you need, I think it's 60 to like 63% in order to super crit. For some odd reason, it never used to be that way. It used to be you had to go over like 100 or whatever in order to super crit. But just keep that in mind for when they do change this, because when they revert everything back to how it used to be, you're gonna want to try and get close to this amount of crit to see a change, because you're definitely not gonna be always critting all the time when they make changes. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's about it for the crit stuff. So expect like a little bit of a nerf when they change everything back. Right now it's really good because going to 26% is like always critting. But yeah, if I had better gear, I could probably get to 50%. Like if I had better crit chance on here and a crit chance on my rings, which it's going to be really hard to swap these rings out. I don't think you can get any better than these shoulders. I think it goes up to like 35% or something like that. Not too sure on that. But yeah, just letting you guys know. And that's about it for the build. It still absolutely smashes everything. I love it. Had a blast just leveling through everything. But yeah, you guys all have a great day. Peace. Oh, also, devs, why is this thing all the way over here? Why can't we have it like right by a good old Glycos? Like he's feeling lonely over here. Alright. I wish I could just resurrect him right now. Like, hey man, come on, stop playing. Alright, I'm out of here. Look guys, I told you he was alive. See? He's moving. He's moving. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He is still alive. You old geezer, you're still breathing.